December 9th, TCG Forbidden and Limit List. Let's see what's going on here. I guess like context first. Right now, the strongest decks in the room are Ryziel, Malice, and Snake Eyes Fiendsmith. And the only ones that are going to get any hits are Snake Eyes Fiendsmith. So, because the other two just came out. So I don't expect this to actually do all that much, except to force you to play Ryziel and Malice so that you have to buy the new packs. It's rotation, right? That's all that's going to happen right here. Because otherwise you can't really do anything about the format. I would like to see a hit to Shifter. That would be crazy good. D-Barrier as well. D-Barrier is going to be really good in this upcoming format because it completely hoses Ryziel. Otherwise, I would like to see hits to Ryziel, particularly the field spell, but I don't expect to see any. Tenpai, I expect to see some hits. Tenpai was a big part of the meta as well. Snake Eyes, I expect to see some hits, even though it's already hit the hell. But it just keeps coming. There's not going to be any hits to the Azamata stuff, which is what needs to be hit in the Snake Eyes stuff. But because it's too new, they're not going to hit it yet. So let's start looking. Forbidden, Gimmick Puppet Nightmare. Let's go, baby. Jauga the Spiritualist. Let's go, baby. You could just hit Albion. If you just hit Albion, you don't have to hit Gimmick Puppet Nightmare and Jauga the Spiritualist. But whatever. Whatever. As long as you're hitting this in some way, I guess I don't care. And then Original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye. I told you there could be a Snake Eyes hit, and there is. This is the one I didn't want to happen. This may be a controversial take. I think Original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye is a really cool card. For every deck except for Snake Eyes. Every fire deck except for Snake Eyes could do really cool things with Original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye. So I think you should hit the things that are the Snake Eye cards that are only good in Snake Eyes. Although I guess technically Flamberge Dragon is also good in those decks too. But now it's not because you don't have Original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye. Like that's the thing. Original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye is good in every fire deck. Flamberge is only good in every fire deck as long as Original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye is still around. I don't know. I guess this makes the Azamana stuff harder to do too because you remove one more good Sinful Spoils card. I don't think being too generic is one of the problems with Snake Eye. I think it's the fact that it's so small a package and so powerful within it. The generic part doesn't matter. The fact that you could use it with any fire deck is really cool. Snake Eye's Fire King is a really cool deck. Snake Eye's Fiendsmith is not. But that's not like the genericness of Sinful Spoils Snake Eye specifically. That's the genericness of the entire fucking deck. Like, that's the fact that it's a small, tiny package that you can shove into any little thing. Okay, I'm hydrating. Like, that's the issue for me. Is that, okay. Sinful Spoils Snake Eye, Original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye makes, the ban on this makes Evol unplayable. Like, Evol was already a bad deck, and now it's unplayable. Hitting Flamberge would not do that. That's my problem. I like Evol, and I think it should be playable. That's literally it. But otherwise, whatever. As long as we're hitting Snake Eyes some way, I guess I'm not too upset, right? What's up? What's up here? Chundra. There we go. There's a Tenpai hit, too. Phantom of Yubel. Phantom of Yubel should have been limited a while ago. I'm glad it's finally happened. Sangan Kaiman also to 1. Sounds good to me. Big hits to Tenpai. 2 hits to Tenpai. Don't mind if I do. I'm perfectly fine with that, yeah. I'll take that. Zodiac Barrage to 1. Honestly, at this point, fuck it. I don't care what you remove from the Zodiac pool anymore. I think Zodiac can be completely freed at this point. Just fucking let it happen. I don't give a shit anymore. If every deck gets to be Zodiac, why not put Zodiac back? Like, every fucking deck is Zodiac now, so why not just have Zodiac, too? Who gives a shit? Semi-limited Cyberjar. Huh? What? What? Who gives a shit? Put it to 3. Put it to 5. Put it to 10. I don't give a shit. Danger Jackalope, Danger Tsuchinoko, fine, whatever. Monkey Board to 2. Great, awesome. Ava to 2. It's the second Ava that gets you. Or is it the third? Maybe it's the third that gets you. Unlimited, we got all the fucking dragon rulers. That's good. They belong off the list. Oh, Airlifter, finally off. Thank God. Oh my God, it's so annoying that Airlifter was on here to begin with, frankly. But the fact it's been on here for so long is frustrating. Tiger, Pankratops is fun. Colossus, wrong way for Colossus. It should have gone up in being banned again, but whatever. It's whatever. Opening the Spirit Gates to 3 already. Wow, they really like we're like, oh man, the opening of Spirit Gates was not the right hit, and we should have hit Spirit of Yubel from the beginning. That's funny. That's funny that they just were like, switch that, swap that. Good news for Sacred Beast fans, I guess. I mean, there's nothing here to be mad about, right? I was like, I have complaints about Original Sinful Spoil Snake Eyes specifically, but that's just because of my weird proclivities. I like a lot of the decks that have level 1 fire monsters that aren't Snake Eyes specifically. I like Fire Kings. I like Evol. I like TG is fun. I like what this card does for those decks, but whatever, right? Something needs to be hit in Snake Eyes. Now, what I'm noticing though is there's not really a First of all, no shifter, no dimensional barrier, no shifter. You sure on that one, Konami? Are you sure on that one, Konami, that you want no shifter? Well, they probably think that people are going to be playing a lot of shifter in the Malice format, and they want you to have shifter to keep Malice good. See, the funny thing about that, though, is Malice ain't playing shifter no more. D-Barrier decided finals. That's awesome. That's awesome that D-Barrier decided finals, and it's not on the list here. That's so funny. We need to stop printing Dimension cards in general. They can't be allowed. But yeah, so the thing about Malice is that Malice you'd think is a shifter deck because a lot of their decks like to be banned, or a lot of their cards like to be banished, but they play a lot of Cyberse engine cards which want to be in the graveyard instead of banished. And so you have this issue where half of your deck works under shifter, half of your deck doesn't. Now, you would, under those circumstances, still play shifter, like Tenpai does. Tenpai does not like being under shifter, but it likes being under shifter a lot more than Snake Eyes Fiendsmith does, so they still play shifter. Malice would be the same way, except Ryzial also can play under shifter, and it plays under shifter better than Malice does. So, shifter is actually a Ryzial pick, apparently. It's so frustrating. Ryzial looks like a boring-ass deck, dog. Have you played this thing? Have you looked at what it does? It's so... It's like... oh, man, it looks so dull. I really, if you ban the field spell, I think it'll be a lot more fine. But I can't believe they did the goddamn field... That field... I did that whole react. Why did they put that... They put that field spell out separately. I cannot believe they put that field spell out separately when it is what makes the deck. Like, the rest of the deck is just a very extremely consistent rank 4 engine. And then the field spell makes it broken as fuck. But yeah, none of the rest of this matters at all, I don't think. This is nice, although from what I understand, Branded was not in this tournament like at all, so like... Are we even still doing these locks anymore? But hey, get them out of here. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if anyone is doing them. I want them out of here anyways, right? Hitting Tenpai is well needed. Kaiman's a weird one, but Chandra is a decent one. Yeah, Phantom of Yubel to 1 is what they should have done in the first place. Zudak Barrage, whatever. I still can't get over this. Cyber Jar to 2. Put it to 3, man. Just who cares? At this point, I don't think the dangers are any danger. We love field spells that turn off interaction. Is that just like going to be the new thing forever now? Are we just always going to be doing field spells that turn off interaction? We just have to find new ways for them to turn off interaction every single time. I really hope not. Tournament ruined Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it had a really cool design space and then was so powerful that everyone fucking hated it. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people fucking hated it. And so that design space was only used for like a couple of cards after that, and then was completely cut off. And now we do fucking Snake Eyes and Ryzial and all these things that are just a bunch of one card combos that go balls to the wall and then have 20 goddamn non-engine slots. And I fucking hate it, dude. I'm so tired of it. I want decks that have in archetype hand traps, and you have to play so many of the goddamn engine that you don't have room for 20 pieces of non-engine. Give me fucking like, I'll take 10. I like 10. 10 to 12. 12. Oh, 12 was so nice. 12 pieces of non-engine was like, I think peak Yu-Gi-Oh! When you had room for 12 pieces of non-engine. I liked that format a lot. I will say, get fucked, Pendulum players. Still no Electrobite. Nobody wants to play your stupid Pendulum format. Yeah, I mean, like, hell, Live Twin did that too for a while. Live Twin was like just a turbo hand trap deck, but Live Twin itself, and less so Sky Striker, but Sky Striker these days, they're at this power level where they kind of don't do enough on their own unless you're like a really skilled player, and then without all that hand trap, it's like, it's a reasonable level of power for a deck to be at, right? As opposed to these like one card build-a-boards that have also 20 pieces of non-engine. It's like, if you're doing a build-a-board, you should have to have garnets in your deck or something, right? Or at least more pieces of the engine in your deck. But otherwise, I think this ban list is just kind of mid. I don't see this changing much, except for you will play Ryzial and Malice now. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Got to have 2 hand traps, and then why is Called By still around? I don't understand why we can allow cards like that in a format with like Maxi. I understand it, although we have Fuo Lost now too. Why did they fucking print those? Oh, I thought those were going to be so cool, and then it just turns out they just. When Perulia came out, I was like, ooh, Perulia, that's nice. I like the design of Perulia, provided they do a lot more. Because I was thinking what they were going to do with Perulia was make one that was like Ash Blossom, and then make like but like worse, and make one that was like, Imperm but worse, or like stuff like that. Effect Veiler, I guess, would be more accurate. And then like basically replace every hand trap with like different little Perulia guys. And so you could either play the normal hand traps, or you could play the this Perulia engine kind of deal. And it would limit you to the amount of hand traps you could activate in one turn if you went all in on the Perulia stuff. But then they ended up just making 3 different versions of Max C that are like, one of them's good and the other 2 are like okay. Very strange decision. Okay. Well, again, I don't see that any of this does anything. Chastira fans, rejoice. All the Dragon Rulers are back. And Pankratops, too. He's another 7. Do you think Pankratops sees any play at this point? I don't know that it does, even at 3. Yeah, I don't know. It is solid for sure. better back row removal than Fenrir? I suppose so, but I don't know if that matters. I guess it gets rid of the Ryziel field spell. I don't know. All right. Well, let's be done with this. That's the ban list. Airlifter is back from the most BS limiting ever. I'm happy. I literally like did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Least significant banning ever. I don't know why they did that. All right. Hey there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment, maybe share the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in these credits here. For just $1 a month, you too could find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity. In particular, I'd like to thank Haru Hayes, Fleakill, Frog Prince Michael, Jeremy Coatney, the Almighty Ferret Lord, and Fire Mizuni. A big thanks to all my other patrons and unto my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye!